Hello everyone! In this new episode of the Photo Editor, we are going to be doing a special birthday picture for my dog Odie. You can see here enjoying a special dish of birthday spaghetti and meatballs that we made him on that occasion. I had a great enjoyment chasing the dogs around the floor as they ate their different bits of the meat and pasta, and I decided that my favourite one of the lot was this one with Odie. He has picked up a meatball and is about to enjoy it in private. As always, if you like the content, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, and tap the bell to be notified of future content. And now, let's move on to the beginning of our editing. So, go to Silver Efex Pro to convert to black and white as always. One thing I like about black and white is that it has a timeless quality to every picture, and it doesn't look like something that will look dated quickly. So let's take a look at the filters. Okay, it's a bit too washed out. Going darker. Oh, that's way too dark. Want to get one with a good bit of contrast. Yellow seems to be quite nice. Odie comes out quite well. There's Charlie in the background. The spaghetti is a little washed out. It looks a bit more natural there. Let's just double check what it looks like with no filter. Okay, so the spaghetti goes down a bit again, so it seems like green is the winner this time. Look at a film type. Our old mate Fuji Neopan Acros 100 ISO. Ooh, that's too dark there. Alright, let's go with the Fuji Neopan. Okay, so now let's go with developing. Now, I was using a 100mm portrait lens for this photo, which has the advantage of being able to get you good and close to the subject and really making it pop. But it also means that your depth of field can be quite narrow. Now, although I love the subject matter here, it would have been nicer if I could get a bit more of Odie's head in focus. As it is, I was kind of focused in near the pasta, because that's where they were eating at the time, and then in a split second later, Odie moved a bit back, and I got the shot of him with the lovely meatball to look at. So, but it still has just enough of his nose in focus, and some of his eyebrows that we can bring out the best of the image. To begin with, let's get the spaghetti looking nice and textured. We've got quite a bit of wood grain from the floor here, so it'll be good to see what we can do with that. Because, like I said before, texture, as much as lighting, really helps to draw attention to where you want the viewer to focus. Clarity as well. Right. Yeah, the plate of spaghetti seems to be pretty forgiving, giving all the texture and clarity you want. Add texture to those timber boards near the front here. Really help bring out the grain. So quite a lot of clarity shows up a fair bit on the grain, which is good. Don't want to go too far. Alright, we'll leave it at that for now. Let's work on the nose and the meatball. Bring up some texture on the fur. Not too much, we don't want it to be too harsh looking. Might up it a bit more specifically on the meatball itself. One of the things I love about Dachshunds is that they have this very soft, shiny fur, and it's very nice at picking up subtleties of light. So we'll see what we can do with that now. So add a bit of texture, up the brush size, so we can get a more smooth effect. Right, so not too much, something there. Sometimes less is more. Now we've got a bit of a shiny spot here. I don't know if that was a reflection from a light or something. So we'll try and reduce the dominance of it just a little bit so it doesn't take away from our focal point. Down the exposure just a bit. Don't go too far. Also reduce some of that halo near Odie. May have to up the light again on some of Odie's upper body a bit later, but that's okay. So we haven't completely removed that light in the background, but we've just made it a bit less prominent. I could crop, but then it might come down a bit too close onto Odie's body, so it might be better just to leave it for now. Yep, that's way too far down on the exposure. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. So we have got the timber and the pasta looking pretty good. I could get a really contrasty, like a dramatic, gritty bit of street photography, but that's more if you're photographing a strong social scene, and at least on this occasion, I want it to be a more warm, homely feeling picture. So I'll try and up the lighting a bit on it around Odie's head. So let's try going for some highlight. Yeah, it's not too overbearing. Good. Let's see if we... Yeah, so that shows where it's a bit underexposed near the eye. If I take the shadow up too much, it just looks a bit off. I think that's Odie right now. He actually wants to come inside. Sorry, Odie, just a few minutes. I will let you in after this episode is finished. Won't be long. But yeah, so because the snout is pretty well in focus, I'll see if I can up the shadow on that at all, just to give it a bit more power. Not too much. I'll see if I can sharpen a bit of this eye here with the dehaze function. It's not quite as effective as all those NCIS type shows where they bring you a crystal image out of a couple of JPEG phone picture pixels. I'm actually starting to like that section of his head without too much light on it, and maybe I'll just perk out the eye just a little bit. Yes, add some highlight just near the eye. Yeah, so it's just a little bit brighter now, so it's just a little more noticeable. So yes, we do have quite a cute little image of here of Odie enjoying his birthday biscotti, and can't believe he's 1 year old already. It seems like only yesterday he was the size of his head just now. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching the creation of this photograph. I think for the signature on this one, I will take advantage of this bit of negative space on the timber here. And we will talk next time. Thank you for watching.